I want to talk to you today about being in a very painful place, which is in a loveless marriage. How can you live in a loveless marriage if you choose to stay? I've got 7 specific things that you can do that can make it way better for yourself. First of all, I'm not saying that you have to, because living in a loveless marriage is very painful. It can be a form of abuse because in a loveless marriage, the person is completely disengaged, disconnected, shut down, sometimes not talking to you, sometimes not interacting to you. All of those things feel abusive because they are very discounting to who you are as a person and sending you the message that you don't matter at all, that you're nothing. So it's really, really difficult to live in a painful marriage. Can cause you to be unhealthy, can cause you to be emotionally sick, physically sick, spiritually sick, relationally sick. So please pay attention to how you're doing in that. And if you can continue that, if it's really good for you. But I'm going to give you some ideas because I've worked for decades with women, especially in difficult marriages, and found that many of them do choose to stay in loveless marriages. So if that is you, I want to give you some tips on how to do that. So the first is to remember it's a choice. You are not stuck. When you look at something that you choose to do versus something that's thrust on you, it's a complete shift. When you have it thrust on you and you feel stuck without choice, you feel like a victim. When you choose, you feel like a victor, puts you on top. So if you say, I could get out of this marriage, but I'm choosing to stay because I believe God wants me to, or I'm choosing to be faithful to my vows, or whatever the reason, I'm choosing to stay. That makes you feel much better about your circumstances, and it feels empowering, and it's truthful. You are choosing to stay, so you can recognize that it is a choice. Second one, get a life. Find out whatever it takes to make you happy and fulfilled and go for it. As long as it's not wrong, like having an affair, get a life. Have a full life. Be engaged, be involved, find your passion, find a career you love, find activities you love, volunteer, go to church, go to plays, go with friends, just get a full life. You deserve it. It's your life. You get to live it. Next thing is do things alone without your spouse. Don't stay home because your spouse stays home. Don't be a prisoner of your home. Go with friends, go with family. Go out, say yes when you get invited. And yes, maybe even go out with a couple who invites both of you out. You can say, my husband can't come, my wife can't come, but I'd love to come, and go. You can even go, I told that recently to one woman who said, I feel weird going out alone with a couple of couples. I said, why? Go, find out. And she did, and she said, I had a fantastic time. So you can do that. You can go see your children alone. You can go to family get-togethers alone. Quit feeling bad that you're going alone. Just go. Say, I'm going to do this even if my spouse doesn't go because I get to choose. So I'm going to go. Next one is don't take it personal. Yeah, you're not perfect. Yeah, you've made mistakes. Yeah, your spouse is mad at you about some specific things. But this isn't about what you've done. A person who stays in a marriage but refuses to engage, that's the one, your spouse, that's refusing to engage. If you had the opportunity, I'm assuming that you would work on things and you would try to make things better, that you still would want engagement. When that person chooses to disengage, it's because that person has problems. That person is shut down. Maybe things in life have happened, a death of a parent, a disappointment over a job, problems with children that have been too much to bear. That person is the one who's withdrawn. That person is the one who's shut down. This falls on that person, not on you. So when you see that, say, I didn't cause this. I can't fix it, but I didn't cause it. This is this person's game. This is this person's issues and problems. I'm not taking this personal. I'm not going to believe that I'm a person who's not lovable. I'm not going to accept the belief that I am not capable of being loved by a partner. Okay? So that will help you have a better perspective. Next thing is take really good care of yourself. And I mean good care of yourself. Emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, relationally. You take care of you. You make sure that you're well in all those areas. All of them, okay? And you're going to have to take extra good care of yourself because of all the negative vibes and the negative environment that you live with. You're going to have to take better care of yourself than somebody who isn't living in a loveless marriage. The sixth one is don't try to get your spouse to love you and to interact with you and to treat you. Yes, you can talk, you can do that, but don't be thinking of, oh, how can I get this person to pay attention? How can I get this person to be kind to me? How can I get this person to hug me? How can I get this person to be intimate with me? If this person has repeatedly rejected you and you're trying to do that, all you're doing is setting yourself up for more rejection and more pain. If that person is completely disengaged, that person will most likely stay disengaged, okay? And then the last one is to set boundaries on unacceptable things. You can choose to live with things you don't like, but then there's a difference between things you don't like and things that are unacceptable. Infidelity, abuse, hiding finances so you don't know anything about where the money is and you wouldn't have anything at all if this person left you. There are some things that are absolutely you can't live with. You get to decide what those are, but remember, if you're choosing to live in a loveless marriage, that's one thing, but then that doesn't mean that there aren't things that cross the line where you can say, that's it, I'm not willing. I'm gonna push this issue, I'm gonna set some boundaries, and if this doesn't change, then I'm not gonna live under these circumstances. So let's repeat them, okay? Just for review. It's a choice. Get a life. Do things alone without your spouse. Don't take it personal. Take really good care of yourself. Don't try to get your spouse to engage with you and love you. Set boundaries on unacceptable things. Those are the 7 tips that I'm giving you for living in a loveless marriage. And also, if you are and you want more, my book, 10 Life-Saving Principles for Women in Difficult Marriages, will give you 10 life-saving principles with elaboration on some of those ideas. And for men, same principles, When Love Hurts, 10 Principles to Transform Difficult Relationships. So I hope that this has helped you if you're in a loveless marriage. It is a painful place to be in, but if you choose to stay, there are ways where you can make a better life for yourself. Thank you for watching this video on Change My Relationship. I hope you'll check out my website, my materials, and more of my videos. Thank you and God bless.